Hey YouTube, KC Classic 7 here back in with another video. Got some Madden 18 here, and we're here to talk about the zone open. Both the 24 and the 23 zone open. See what the difference is between them. As you see already, I've called the 23 zone open a couple times. Gotten 2.5 yards a carry, as well as I called the 24 zone open 68 times and gotten 5 yards per carry. Obviously, I have more success with the 24 zone open because I've called it more times, and I really think that's the reason why I've had more success with the 24 zone open. We're gonna see in this video which one has more success, or what's not more successful. I guess what's the difference between the two runs, because this is a run I feel like you're gonna have to flip anyway. So even though the 24 zone open is designed to go to the right, you might have to flip it at times to go to the left. And seeing that it's an ace, you can just audible flip it, so the defense doesn't know you're flipping the play at all, or they don't know what you're flipping to. You don't have to playmaker flip it like you would have to with some plays. So it doesn't shift the whole defense. We're gonna just go with random play, and in this video I'm gonna let the computer run it as well, just to see how and where they choose to take this. They choose to take this play, because I guess that would be the best way to determine where this is supposed to go. Because again, I personally don't think it's a specific hole you're supposed to take this through. It's just wherever the hole opens up at, and it's going to obviously open up in different spots and different angles. But to me, if you ever want to know specifically with certain plays the way that they're supposed to be ran, I don't know if it'll work for pass plays. I don't know if the quarterback will automatically throw it, but I know for run plays they'll automatically run it. That will be the best way to determine where the hole, which hole it's supposed to be going through. So here, as you see, like I said in that previous video, a lot of the holes do open up to the inside, but you just kind of have to read it. Like there, they chose to take that. They chose to take the cutback, even though I kind of felt that the front side was, the front side of it was open if he bounced it a little bit more. But you know, I don't really think, again, like I said, I don't think it's a specific hole. I don't think these plays are specifically designed to go through the 4 hole. I think it would be ideal, but the way that this game is, the way blocking goes, you just kind of have to take it. Even though they're definitely looking for the cutback on those previous 2 plays when there was kind of a hole there, but you know, it is what it is. Computer is gonna take what they see, and the cutback was actually there that time. So for the 24 zone open, it looks like they are, let me see, let me try to go to the weeks. Let me try to go to the unbalanced side. Let's see what they do. So me, I'd probably run this left. So it looks like, to me, it's supposed to be for 24 zone open specifically. Right now, it looks like this should be an inside run, the way that the computer is running it. Or it looks like it should be, you should be looking for inside holes for this. That's just how it looks like to me. But then again, I still feel like that holes might be to the outside as well. You just kind of have to read it. But naturally, it looks like the computer is trying to take this to the inside, in my opinion. And the cut, as you see them hit a good cutback there on this play. If you're running it against anything other than your small defenses, like I said in the previous video, how I feel like it should be ran against, I think that's when your success rate will start going down a little bit, when you do start running it against these bigger defenses. But also at the same time, on this run, you should look to get, I would say you can probably get like 2 to 3 yards a time on this, up to 5. I would look to at least get 3 yards a carry running this play against any defense, and I think it's a successful run with this play. specifically. Obviously, you don't, 3 yards isn't an ideal yardage to get, but if you're able to get like about 3 yards of carry on this play against against any defense, um that's where you'll see the play really start opening up. So now we're gonna flip this to the 23 zone open, and let's see how they try to run this one. To me, it doesn't look like it's a huge difference. Looks like they're still trying to find that cutback lane. We're gonna flip this one this time. Then I'll run it a couple times. See that? Yeah, I would have probably taken the outside hole there. This one's probably not going to be successful either way, but we'll still run this to the left though. Cutback there was a little bit. So yeah, to me, I'm going with this is kind of, because this kind of has like a stretch, like how the halfback stretches. It kind of has like a stretch vibe to it, even though it's not specifically an outside run, but it is one of those runs where you have to find the seam, and as soon as you find it, you kind of got to hit it right away, so you're not stringing the play out. So to me, this is like the stretch in the sense of, as soon as you find that spot, you got to hit it and go. And that's kind of how it looks like the computer is utilizing the play as well. So we're gonna run this to the backside this time. So like I said, if you and I picked up this tip in Madden 17. I was watching the video, and I was thinking, like, yeah, that actually does make sense. If you want to see how the play is designed and how it's supposed to be run, just have the computer run it, and that would be the best way to determine how the play is supposed to be run. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the way the play is supposed to be run, but how it's supposed to be run. So now there, let's see. But you're not gonna really, I don't think, I mean, see, now this can also be a good play when we're talking about at the end of the half. This can be a good play for that too, for people who like to go small at the end of the half. But I don't think this is like a main run play. But even there, the cutback lane would have probably led me to the touchdown, believe it or not, because I have some extra blockers here that they could have made some blocks. Like here, if I was able to cut back, I just would have had to have really these two guys get picked up, and I would have probably had enough speed to get to the outside and make these plays happen. So let's try to run this a couple times. But yeah, I'm not really, I mean, the computer is looking for that cutback lane early, like early. I mean, maybe that's, let's try that. Maybe with the insta sheds early, it's supposed to go to the cutback lane like that. That's the only thing. That's another thing that you could. But this is a play that I'd really have to sit down and lab, and to see how it's supposed to be ran though. That I took it too far inside that time. Let's see. So we'll run this a couple more times, and then we're gonna head out of here, and I'll really break it down another step to see what the blocking does and how if it's any different between these two runs. But to me, just running it naturally, I think you can have success with going both ways. I don't really see a huge difference between 24 and 23, just naturally running it. But maybe when I get into really break it down, see how the blocking is different, if it's different at all, to see, what's the better run, if there is a better run. But just naturally running it, I really do think that there's not a huge difference between the two plays. Um, I think the only reason why one may be more successful than the other one is because there's better defensive players on one side than the other side. I don't really think that, from what I'm seeing, that it's a specific thing in the mechanics that would make one play more successful than the other. So there it is. This is a quick breakdown of 24 and 23 zone open, the differences between the two. We'll be back very soon with some more videos. KC Classic 7 signing out.